Pensions and Insurance Authority, also known as PIA, is the regulator and supervisor for the pensions and insurance industry in Zambia. Insurance is there to actually cover risks. And when you talk about risks, risks do not choose whether you do not have enough money, you do not have, your business is too small, it's a big business, you could still face a risk.
Insurance I've not know much, but I've heard there is let's say if you have a business, you can insure your business with an insurance company. Now it means there are times maybe you have maybe, let's say, fire, you can insure it.
Ati motoka nangu ya beuka ngacha kuti ule muntu apusuka balashitira bamushitira imbi motoka nangu bamupunka yawo naika balashitira kona umfu afi kudima motoka insurance.
Okay, insurance tunaimvera hapo but sitizwa chamene tandiza chamene okay mamene basibenzera but tunaimvera hapo.
I would love to know much about insurance and the benefits of insurance. If you get your business insured, I'd love to know the benefits. Well,
people do not understand insurance. People do not know the benefits of insurance. And so in terms of the interventions, they are really there to actually deal with those barriers actually so that people actually understand what insurance is before we can actually even talk about developing the market. We need to ensure that people actually understand what is actually there for them to actually take up.
Our mandate is to promote financial inclusion and financial health. We work with different sectors and partners in Zambia, ranging from government partners to the regulators and to financial service providers. And the reason we prioritize insurance is because we believe it is a financial service that protects low-income individuals, it protects communities and micro-enterprises from unexpected circumstances such as illnesses, natural hazards, fires, and other unexpected risks.
Kwa main avi wanachema mbili almost qualified, so kendei nao na shop na pya papaka manga na kuchane kubaule.
Nomba nshishiwe ku manyumba ngawinga ko insurance ngatakutia tiapya basa kupangira imbinganda nshishiwe nsha umfwapo nango ku business wa shashani wa nshishiwe ngole ta insurance ngachako batukutuma tupela kwempya futi wa isalunda po wa odela nsha ishibata nsha umfwapo hivyo.
Broad type of categories that we have in Zambia are general insurance and long-term insurance. Under the general insurance, we do have motor insurance, we do have personal liability, we do have householders insurance, we do have fire insurance. Under the long-term sector, we do have products like funeral, we have products like whole life products, we have products like endowment, and unit-linked products.
When we started this factory 2.5 months ago, the first thing we did before we opened the doors was to insure against burglary, against fire, against those kind of risks that could happen anytime because we're not here 24/7 to guard this equipment. And at the end of the day, this is the only capital that we have and we may not have another opportunity.
Insurance for us is one of our main forms of financial planning. What we have to do is assess what could possibly happen and how we could mitigate against something that happens. A company like ourselves where we deal with people's children as a school, we also deal with employees and other factors. We have to look at what could, where are the risks and how could we mitigate those risks. And the main way you do that is by insuring.
We have a company, we work in the agricultural sector in Zambia. We have a various number of accidents on the road and insurance helps us to cover those costs financially. Insurance is good because you pay a premium and they cover you for any unforeseen costs.
I've been insuring my motor vehicle, I think, for the last 5 years now. So I know there are different types of insurance, but I normally go for the premium one.
One of the most common misconceptions when it comes to insurance is that insurance is expensive. And therefore, most people will associate insurance to people who've got money, people who are rich, or big companies who've got money.
I used to be one of those people who thought insurance was expensive. It's actually putting money that's not going to come back. But as I've shared our experiences, and a lot of experiences through our members who have then benefited from having insured their properties.
We have made claims in the past, and you make different sort of claims according to different losses. Sometimes we have someone gets injured on our premises and we're able to make a claim successfully from that. We know that PIA is there as a regulatory authority to come and put some pressure on them and make sure that you get what you're supposed to.
We want to ensure that when people buy insurance, they know that there's a regulator that is looking at their interest and following up on their interest, so that we're able to instill confidence in the insurance industry.
And it's been supported by one of our key development partners, the financial sector deepening Zambia.
When we introduce insurance to low-income individuals, they're able to attain more resilience as opposed to the coping mechanisms that they use.
So tifunzeko vamene vingafunike kuti tikwanise tingale na insurance ni China.
I'd love to know much about insurance and the benefits of insurance. If you get your business insured, I'd love to know the benefits.
Insurance is important because it is a risk management tool. As individuals, or even actually entities, there are various risks that are actually faced out there. And so at every stage, it is important to realize what risks you're faced with, and insurance comes in to actually offer that risk management solution.
Insurance companies are key players in the financial sector, as they provide individuals and enterprises with appropriate insurance products that allow them to mitigate risk associated to loss of assets. Appropriate insurance products, as well as other financial services and products.
The other myth that is there when it comes to insurance, especially funeral insurance, is that it's attached to death. In our culture, most people think that if I buy insurance today, then I'm planning my death. But when you look at death, it's inevitable. One day we will all die. And it is just therefore financially prudent that we begin to plan for our funerals. And that is because we see the challenges that come when we've got funerals.
Insurance, naona alimfa kwa kwebati. Ngoleta insurance ingawafwa. Ati bama gula nani coffin.
It doesn't mean that when you buy insurance, then you're actually planning to die. In other countries, we know that life insurance policies do much better than general insurance products.
And one of the things that we found is that the actual insurance premiums are not very expensive compared to the actual liability that you could actually have later. And it's also important to use a good broker, because the broker will look around and say, okay, insurance company A will insure this sum assured at so much, this AB will so much and whatever, and you compare that and you pick the one that best works for you.
You find that the premiums that you are paying are almost negligible when you weigh it against the loss that you would otherwise incur if you are not insured.
And we've been blessed that our insurance companies that we've been with have been able to meet those claims.
Insurance helps us sleep at night knowing that they're covering us for any unforeseen accidents in that regard.
I'm sure it's a good step for any serious business person there. I think insurance is the right way to go.
Insurance yabwino maningi so ingatandiza muvambili.
And that's where we come in as a regulator to actually be a catalyst to the market. So we set the rules to ensure that the customers are actually protected and they are not taken advantage, because there always has to be a big brother that has to listen, sort of be there to attend to the voiceless customer who's the weaker party in this transaction.